Good afternoon, hockey fans. We welcome you inside the Playland Ice Casino. We apologize for the technical difficulties getting the game started here today, but we are underway in NEHC action as the Valiants welcome in the Ravens of Franklin Pierce University today. A big matchup between two teams atop the conference standings here as we enter the midway point of conference play this season. Taking a look at the game here as we get started here in the first period. Manhattanville, a 3-2 win last night over New England College. A bit of a crazy finish up in Henniker. The Valiants gave up 2 goals in the final 2 minutes, but scored an empty netter off the stick of Cassie Kent to come away with the 3-2 win and stay just 2 points behind Norwich University in the conference standings. Valiants looking to get on the attack here and get things started early, and they will! One-timer in the back of the net. I believe it was Melissa Stiles deflecting that one in, and Manhattanville is on the board early. A 1-0 advantage for the home team. Right out of the gates, Manhattanville getting things going here today. First opportunity, first shot on goal, and they find the back of the net. And we have a 1-0 lead early on. Just a couple quick notes here for the rest of the game. Franklin Pierce, they were a 3-0 winner last night against Plymouth State, as the Valiants had that opportunity kicked away. 3-0 win last night. They're the winners of 4 straight coming into the game. For Manhattanville, they've won 3 straight conference games. So a battle of some red-hot teams here today. Something of note, the Valiants and the Ravens, both a lot of travel between last night. Manhattanville coming from New Hampshire back here to New York. And Franklin Pierce as well, traveling almost the same distance. We'll see if that has any impact on today's game, any kind of travel lag. Not the case so far for Manhattanville. They've looked extremely sharp to start the game here tonight. Valiants are 0-2 all-time against Franklin Pierce. They fell 4-0 last year. And we'll get to that a little bit later. Some players to watch here today. For Franklin Pierce, Alex Brosma, the junior from Bloomington, Minnesota. She leads the team in points with 27. She has 10 goals, 10 assists, and a +18 plus-minus rating. She's 10th in the nation in points per game, 4th in program history in goals with 27, and 3rd in points with 81. A great start to her year, and now in her 3rd season. Michelle Holmes, a senior transfer from Salve Regina. She's 2nd on the team in points with 22, 10 goals, 12 assists this year. She posted a hat trick against Post University earlier this year, and she has 2 game-winning goals. Meg Gilbride, freshman from Massachusetts, she's had an impact this year. 3rd in assists on the team with 11, 6 goals, and a +15 plus-minus rating. And finally, Marissa Ketterman. She's 2nd all-time in points at Franklin Pierce with 92 points so far this year. For Manhattanville players to watch, similar story as always. Sarah Sinning, 2nd on the team in points, 6 goals, 8 assists. She's 3rd on the team in assists with those 8. And Nicole Mency, the sophomore, she leads the team in points, 12 goals, including 1 again last night, 4 assists. She's the first Valiant to score 12 goals in a season since the 2013-14 season, with Sydney Asseltine tallied 12 as well. And she's 17th in the country in goals per game. And finally, Cassie Kent, she leads the team in assists with 10, 3rd in points with 12, and she scored the game winner last night, as we mentioned, potting the empty netter late in the game to give them the eventual game winner goal. Between the pipes this afternoon, Rose Pajaka, the sophomore from Worcester, Massachusetts. She's 4-0 in conference play. She'll be minding the net for Manhattanville. A 1.25 goals against average, 94% save percentage, and her only loss this season was a 1-0 setback to Amherst. Just the 2nd time Manhattanville was shut out this year, as that one's going to be covered up for the stoppage. She made 36 saves in her game against Franklin Pierce last year. And for Franklin Pierce, Shannon O'Neill will be in the crease today for the Ravens. It's her 15th appearance in the goal this season. 10-3-1 record, 7-3 against NEHC opponents. Similar numbers to Pajaka, 94% save percentage, 1.26 goals against average, and she has 5 shutouts. And if you take away 2 games against St. Anselm, where she gave up 8 goals in those 2 contests, she has a .78 goals against average, so an extremely strong start to the year for Shannon O'Neill. And joining me on the broadcast today, Tyson Aguilar. And Tyson, as we said, a couple red-hot teams coming into this one. Big battle at the top of the conference standings here.
Yeah, big game for Manhattanville. They just took sole possession of second place last night with their big victory against New England College, hoping to keep pace with nationally ranked Norwich for that top spot in NEHC play. As Franklin Pierce looking for maybe a regular season title. They will not be competing in the postseason tournament due to them being a Division II team, but another good matchup, and this Manhattanville team has been special this year for the Valiants, as it looks like now we're going to have a power play coming up for Franklin Pierce. So we'll get the call from the officials, but it's going to be a power play opportunity for Franklin Pierce.
Nicole Mency serving a 2-minute minor for tripping. 15:30 to go in the first period. Franklin Pierce to the power play. A 20% power play efficiency on the year. Manhattanville on the other end on the penalty kill. 89.5%. Pretty strong so far to start the year for the Valiants, as Franklin Pierce looks to set up the offense. Puck given up top, it's Ramo. Now across, shot wide of the net, rebound out in front of the net. Opportunity for Brosma, kicked away by Pajaka, and the Valiants will dump this one into the bench. Out of place, we'll get a stoppage here at 14:59. Ravens are led by head coach David Stockdale. It's his 5th season at the helm of the program, looking for his 75th career win today against Manhattanville. Picked up number 74 last night, trying to make his way towards the century mark. Now Ravens centering pass, that one's off the stick of Craig and knocked away, and Valiants catch a break as there's a wide open skater there in the slot. Now another shot attempt off a stick and deflected wide. Prentice, cross-eyes pass, that shot's going to be kicked away by Pajaka. Kent tried to clear but kept in the zone by Guimont. Her shot blocked by Taryn Harris and cleared by Melissa Stiles.
The senior Taryn Harris doing what she's done all year, been a defensive force for the Valiants this year, blocking a shot for Manhattanville, trying to kill off this first power play opportunity for the Ravens.
Under 40 seconds to go in the Nicole Mency penalty. Ravens back the other way into the zone and immediately met by Christy Peters. And the junior sends this one the length of the ice. O'Neill will lay this one off for a defender, and Ravens will look to set up one more rush here on the man advantage. Brolsma gets it up ice to Gilbreed. Now into the slot, knocked away, and cleared one more time by Manhattanville. That will just about do it for the man advantage.
Good start to the Valiant defense as they're able to, looks like, kill off this eventual power play. One final maybe shot coming up here for the Ravens, though.
Manhattanville, they've got Mency coming out of the box trying to find her, but it's taken by Kapoor. Now up ice to Zhu. Zhu joining this top line today for the first time, along with Nicole Mency and Carly Kapoor. They've got their top scorers out on the ice. Kapoor named to the D3Hockey.com Team of the Week. After scoring 4 goals last week, she now has 6 on the year. She had just 3 coming into her junior season, so a big season for Carly Kapoor. And she's been a big reason that Manhattanville has had a lot of success on the offensive end this year. And we're going to have another penalty upcoming, a slash against the Ravens. Alex Brolsma heading to the box. And so now after killing off the first penalty that they faced, Manhattanville will go on the man advantage themselves. They have converted 16% of their chances this year, but going up against one of the best in the nation today, Franklin Pierce, 92.5% on the penalty kill. That ranks 6th among Division II and III teams this season. Romano takes the draw for Manhattanville, and it's one back to the point. Lions looking to set up their offense. Wheeled up to the point by the senior. Sends that one on goal and sticked away by O'Neill. Lions keep possession. Riley coming away with it. Upper to O'Brien. Back to O'Brien. She scored her first goal of the year, last night. Centering pass deflected on off the blocker and taken away by Matsumoto. Senior clears this one the length of the ice where Pajaka will lay this one off. Giants keeping the same skaters on the ice. They'll look to set up the rush here. 40 seconds gone in the man advantage. Stiles and O'Brien battling for the puck. Ketterman and Trujillo there for the Ravens. No one able to get possession so far. Now finally the puck comes loose to the blue line, and it's going to be coming away with it is Ketterman. And the Ravens killing off some much needed time on the man advantage. Now the Giants get their top line on the ice. Kapoor will take this one down the left wing. Kapoor stops, waits, finds Sinning. Sinning sends that one on, and an easy catch there for O'Neill, and she'll keep control. And we'll have a face-off coming in the offensive end with 40 seconds to go on the penalty to Alex Brolsma. Giants with an early 6-2 lead in shots. Looking to add to that total here as they set up one more time on the power play. Peters at the point. Back to Peters. Down low, Mency fighting off a defender. Back up top, Peters. Now over to Mency. Mency, the lefty, waits into the slot, shoots off a body and to the glass. This one's going to be cleared the length of the ice by the Ravens. And Manhattanville will have maybe one last chance. Pajaka sends this one back to Peters. And she's met immediately by Ramo. So the Ravens doing some forechecking here on the penalty kill, and that will do it for the man advantage. Back to full strength, but here comes Nicole Mency. Into the zone, dekes through one defender, tried to lay it off, gets it back, shoots, and a glove save by O'Neill.
There she is again, Casey. Nicole Mency showing off that nifty stick work. She was able to get around one defenseman. They're able to poke away, but Mency sticking with it, gets a pretty good shot, but a great glove save by O'Neill.
She's done it all year, showing off that stick work once again. Romano and Brolsma into the face-off circle. It's won by Franklin Pierce, and circling behind the net is Guimont. And the Ravens out of the zone, carried into the neutral zone by Brolsma. We'll keep an eye on that top line of Franklin Pierce as we move on today. This top line of Holmes, Brolsma, and Gilbride combining for 26 goals, 40 assists for a 66-point total this year. One of the best lines in the country. We'll see if Manhattanville's able to neutralize that high-powered attack from the Ravens here in this one. Puck collected and taken back into the defensive end. Dio and O'Brien playing catch, now taken out, but Romano unable to get much on that pass. Manhattanville will take it back and reset. Sinning through the neutral zone. She's got some speed and some room. She shoots an off a body rebound out in front. Manhattanville unable to get anyone to that puck.
One of the fastest skaters on the Manhattanville team. Sarah Sinning shows off that speed. They're cutting through the defense and gets a pretty good shot on goal.
Giants putting the pressure on Franklin Pierce early. Back out to the red zone. Red line, tried to be sent in by O'Brien, but taken by the Ravens, and they will dump this one in as they change.
Yeah, O'Brien shot that one right off of a teammate, trying to dump that one back into the zone. Unfortunate bounce for the Valiants.
Wilm gets leveled here along the boards, Sabia, as she tried to deflect that one into the zone. No call. Peters will be back to get it, and behind the red line as she plays this one up to Kapoor. Kapoor gets around one defender, has it knocked away, but right to Peters, who will bank this one into the zone, and for the Valiants, making a line change. Passed up ice, intercepted. Mency waits, takes it into the zone, tries to get by one defender, but it's knocked off the puck by Trujillo. Out to center ice where Peters will once again send it back in. Guimont, two-line pass up the ice to Ketterman. Brolsma now met at the boards. Now her shot's going to be saved by Pajaka, cleared out to Nicole Mency. Mency through the zone. She will take this one herself, taking on three defenders, and had that one poked away by Brolsma. Now Alex Brolsma will take her try here getting into the offensive end, but knocked away by Zoo. Puck still loose, and it will find its way back to the senior, Taryn Harris. Harris showing some nifty stick work. She'll take this one herself. Sends that one on goal, knocked to the boards by O'Neill. Now Wilm trying to keep it in the corner, but the Ravens get it out momentarily. Harris looked for her linesman O'Brien. It's out of the zone, and the junior will be forced to just play this one along the boards. Back in, and looks like we may have a penalty coming up. And interference is the call. And Manhattanville will go back on the power play for the second time tonight.
Valiant's really unable to get anything going on their first power play opportunity, due in large part to the Ravens forechecking. Kept the Valiants in their own zone for the most part of that first power play opportunity. Let's see if Manhattanville can switch things up and get a few shots on goal here and try to extend this lead.
Face-off controlled by Manhattanville. Stiles plays this one over to the left boards to Riley. That shot goes wide and all the way around, and now played up to Lougheed. That one's off a body in front. Up top, Lougheed gets it again. Cross ice looking for Romano. That one too high and off the boards. Picked up by Franklin Pierce, but kept in the zone by O'Brien. Romano tried the backhanded pass back to O'Brien. It went out to center ice, however, and now the Valiants will just chip this one back in. And Franklin Pierce, with no one around, will clear this one the length of the ice. Valiants looking to reset. Mency looking for some help. Gets that one up ice to Sinning. Sinning will just take this one into space. Now showing off the speed once again, lays it back off to Mency. Mency handoff to Peters. Centering pass for Kapoor, unable to collect the bouncing puck. Now Sinning tried to get that one up to Harris, had it knocked away. And that one will be flipped into the Franklin Pierce bench this time. We'll have another face-off coming here with 43 seconds to go on the man advantage. For the Valiants, face-off will come in the offensive end to the blocker side of Shannon O'Neill. Face-off one back to the point. Peters able to stretch out and keep that one in the zone. Now Peters point blast wide of the net. This one fluttered out to center ice. Peters will get it. Kapoor taking it back, now finds Mency on the right wing. Mency into the zone, onside, she has Sinning. Tried to get it to her, but knocked behind the net. Now Sinning collects it. Hands it off for Harris. Centering pass in front, backhand attempt, saved by O'Neill. Riley gets her own rebound. Final seconds ticking away on the man advantage. Another shot by Riley, kicked away. Harris. Her shot goes wide, and we're back to full strength.
A late barrage by the Valiants, but O'Neill coming up with some big saves to keep it just a one-goal deficit.
Valiants are certainly on the attack early on in this one. Looking to add a second one here. Shot attempt in front. Goes off of O'Neill and bounces out to the slot, and Mency trips up Ketterman, and Mency will go back to the box for the second time here in the first period.
Yeah, Mency knew that was a penalty as soon as she committed the foul, and she just skated right to the penalty box after touching that puck.
14-3, the advantage in shots on goal already for Manhattanville. 13 saves for Shannon O'Neill. Manhattanville outshot New England College 40-9 last night. Pajaka pitching a shutout for the first 58 minutes before two late goals by the Pilgrims made things interesting. But this Valiant team has really found their groove here offensively, and the defense has stepped up as well, really smothering opponents' attacks. Looking to continue that here on their second penalty kill opportunity. Ravens with it in the corner. Brosma gets it back to Matsumoto. Looking for the centering pass out in front off a couple bodies, and now a shot attempt will go wide of the net. Valiants looking to clear, but kept in the zone. Now on the left wing, shot attempt on the way by Gilbride is fought off by Pajaka and into the corner. Short-handed opportunity for Manhattanville. Takes it in. Tough angle shot. Will be caught by O'Neal. So the faceoff coming in the offensive end with just over a minute to go on the Nicole Mency penalty.
And Casey, as you mentioned, this is dangerous offense, and they've shown it on the penalty kills. They've been able to get numerous shorthanded goals this season as well, including 3 against Lebanon Valley in their big 10-0 victory against the Dutchmen.
Ravens setting up the attack here one more time on the power play. Guimont had that one knocked away by Wilm, but now the Ravens get it into the zone. Sabia battling for the puck at the red line. It'll go back to the defense. Ravens back the other way. Another pass off the mark. Pelowitz gets this one up looking for Riley, just out of reach of the sophomore there. And back the other way. Giants once again doing an excellent job on this penalty kill. Sabia gets that one up over to the blue line, and now again intercepted. Pelowitz with some space. She'll take this one herself. Fire a shot. That one's going to go off of Prentice, and it never reached O'Neal.
Now it's the Valiants applying the forecheck pressure on the penalty kill.
Final seconds ticking down on Mency's second penalty. Dio is back to get it. She'll bake this one off the boards and up to the red line, and we're back to full strength as Sarah Diltz just dumps this one back into the opposite corner. Zoo fighting for the puck, gets it up ice to Mency, and here we go, 2-on-1 for the Valiants. Kapoor shovels it in. Mency back to get it. Holding off a defender, looking for a penalty call, but will not get it. And the Ravens will take it back and come back the other way. Sent out looking in the direction there of Soldano. Off the mark, and the puck will slow down here before icing is able to be called. Dio taking it up ice. Zoo had that one knocked off her stick. Smith chips this one back in. Ravens tried to go for a two-line pass there, looking for Brolsma, but it was knocked away nicely by O'Brien coming off the bench. That one sent in from the blue line by O'Brien off the stick of O'Neal. Kaylee Romano just came in and took that one immediately off of a Raven stick. And Manhattanville takes over. This one sent on by Lougheed from the point. Fluttering shot is collected by O'Neal for the faceoff. Manhattanville now 17-3. The Ravens unable to even get a shot off on that last power play opportunity. Manhattanville defense really stepping up in this one. 18 minutes gone. Valiants lead 1-0. That goal coming from Melissa Stiles. And they've had plenty more opportunities, but Shannon O'Neal, after surrendering the goal on the first shot of the day, has made 16 saves in a row to keep it a one-goal game here and keep Franklin Pierce in this one early on.
Big collision there right at center ice between Sinning and one of the Franklin Pierce players. No call, though, as both of them were going for the puck.
Carried back in the zone, it's Ketterman. Ketterman tried to get around a defender, poked away by Peters, and off the glass and out to center ice.
Nice poke check there by Christy Peters. The junior defenseman's been a big strong point for the Valiant defense this season.
Ravens try to change directions on that one off the skate of Newberger. Dio collects it and banks this one off the boards looking for a forward, but no one in the vicinity, and Newberger will send it back into the offensive end. Final minute to go in the opening period. That pass looking for Sinning off the mark. But now coming up from the defense is Dio. She takes this one away into the slot shot attempt off a body and out to the blue line. Harris's shot attempt, that one made its way all the way to O'Neal, but off of the pads and back out to center ice. Giants continue to hold this one in the offensive end. Poked out, and it will skitter out to center ice. O'Brien thought Dio was still there at the center ice. Turnover. Franklin Pierce collects the puck, but is fought off by a gang of gray sweaters. And now under 10 seconds to go. And now Franklin Pierce player is tripped up. And Manhattanville, with 3 seconds to go in the period, will go back on the penalty kill once again, and they will begin the second period down a man, as Styes will be the guilty party for tripping here, and she will serve the 2-minute minor.
Yeah, just an ill-advised penalty as Styes was trying to get that puck. Instead, got the leg of the Ravens player drawing the penalty. So now power play opportunity for the Ravens yet again.
Lots of aggressive play by Manhattanville in this one. Unfortunately, it has led to 3 penalties, but loose puck will find its way to the boards, and that will do it for the first period of action here from Playland Ice Casino. All Manhattanville here in this one. 1-0 to score. We'll take a break with the teams here as they make their way to the locker room. 1-0 Manhattanville. This is Manhattanville Women's Hockey on the Go Valiants TV network. Welcome back inside Playland Ice Casino. First intermission coming to a close here with Manhattanville on top 1-0 over Franklin Pierce. The Valiants looking for their 4th straight conference victory and looking to keep pace for the number 2 seed in the NEHC postseason seeding. Just 2 points behind nationally ranked Norwich University. The Ravens and Valiants both with 16 points in the conference standings, but as Tyson said earlier, Franklin Pierce will not be eligible for the NEHC postseason tournament as a Division II member of the conference. So the Valiants looking to keep number 2 seed all to themselves here with a win today. Taking a look at some of the stats from the first period. Manhattanville, the lone goal coming off the stick of Melissa Stiles. It was all Valiants in the period, 17-3 in shots. 5 penalties were called in the period, 3 for Manhattanville and 2 for Franklin Pierce. Neither team able to capitalize so far, combined 0 for 5 on the power play. In between the pipes, Shannon O'Neill, 16 saves for Franklin Pierce, and 3 saves for Rose Pajaka, and an even 8 face-off wins for both teams. Individually, like we said, Manhattanville, the goal was scored by Melissa Stiles, Lindsay Dio, and Morgan Wilm picking up the assists on the play. In the shot category, Kat Riley and Sarah Sinning with 3 shots each. 2 shots from Maeve O'Brien, Melissa Stiles, Nicole Mency, and Taryn Harris. And for Franklin Pierce, 2 shots in the period for Alex Brolsma, and 1 shot for Marissa Ketterman for their 3 total. So Tyson, we said defense could be key in this one, as both teams were very strong offensively, both of them scoring nearly 4 goals a game. But so far, Manhattanville's been up to the challenge, allowing just 3 shots despite having 3 penalty kill opportunities in the first period.
Yeah, I thought it might have been a runaway start for the Valiants as they were able to score in the first minute of the game, but O'Neill has calmed down since that shot. She's done a good job in between the pipes, keeping Manhattanville out on their last 16 shot attempts. And then on the flip side, the Manhattanville defense has been called upon here tonight, so far shutting out a high-potent Franklin Pierce offense to just 3 shots, shutting them out in the first period, and now they're going to be once again tasked to try and kill off their 3rd penalty of the contest.
Shannon O'Neill needed just 18 saves to collect the shutout last season when these 2 teams met. As we said, already with 16 today. A big difference here between these 2 squads. Franklin Pierce begins the second period on the power play as Melissa Stiles still has 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining on her tripping call. And the Ravens with the puck in the offensive end looking to get something going offensively. Playing catch are Brosma and Ramo. Now Ramo back up top. Down into the corner. Now back up to Newberger. Her shot blocked away by Amanda Sabia and cleared the length of the ice. The Ravens back in their own end will set up the rush, and it's going to be carried up to the blue line and now out across center ice by Newberger. Newberger will take this all the way and now drop it off and hand it off now to Holmes. Holmes carries this one down into the corner. Back up top to Newberger. Back to Newberger, touch pass over, looking for Holmes off the mark. Ryan's trying to clear, but it will be kept in by Newberger. Now sent into the corner by Ramo. Behind the net, up top. Newberger sends it back down low. Prentice at the point. Back up top to Prentice, now across. Ravens unable to get any shooting lanes here. Now that one's finally deflected in front. Holmes tried to get that one on net, but was unable to get that one there. Puck played by a high stick, but Sabia will touch that one up and continue play. Ravens dump this one into the end, but it's another successful penalty kill for Manhattanville. Now 3 for 3 on the afternoon.
A lot of passing there in that last power play for Franklin Pierce. Not really getting any quality shots on net. You got to give credit to the Manhattanville defense getting in the passing lanes.
Turnover there, shot on goal by Danforth, kicked away by Pajaka. Up top, Prentice with it. She gives it back over to Ketterman. Pass intercepted. Kat Riley down the right wing. She takes this one herself, has it knocked away though by Sarah Diltz. Centering pass off the mark, looking for Cassie Kent, but Kent able to recollect the puck. Now centering pass O'Brien in the slot, unable to handle it. Wilm, her shot attempt on goal, off a body. I'm not sure it ever made it to Shannon O'Neill.
I was going to say, Valiant's doing what they've done best all year, turning quality defense into some good offense with a few shot opportunities.
O'Brien, a drive from the point that goes wide of the cage. Lions get the rebound. Now Wilm fighting for it with Katie Flynn across the way against the boards. Puck comes loose. Cross-ice pass. It's collected by Kelsey Holmes. And now turned right back over. Manhattanville met at the red line, but now it's a 2-on-1 as they enter the zone. Ravens get back to break up the rush. Now the pass goes cross-ice. Valiant's fearful of too many men on the ice. Neither player coming off the bench to touch the puck. And it will, in fact, be too many men called against Manhattanville as Melissa Stiles and Janet Zhu were looking for the change as that puck was played out to the point. Unfortunate mistake for Manhattanville, and it looks like Ashley Lougheed will serve the penalty. And the Valiants will go on the penalty kill for the fourth time.
Yeah, just an unfortunate sequence of events. It looked like Manhattanville was on the rush, had a potential shot opportunity at the net. Centering pass was off the mark. And then with too many skaters on the ice called against the Valiants. So once again, Manhattanville forced to go on the penalty kill.
3.5 minutes gone by here in the second. The faceoff is won by Franklin Pierce, and we'll see if they're able to get any more looks on Rose Bajaka here this time. As Tyson said, not many shots coming on the last power play. A lot of passing and a lot of the same here to begin this power play. Trying to get that one in front, but knocked away by Dio and sent out. It's played by high stick. Franklin Pierce will go back and touch it up. And they actually will not touch it up. Newberger will allow Manhattanville to get to the puck to avoid the high sticking call. Wilm had that one knocked off her stick in the slot. And so instead of a face-off, we'll just kill off some more time on the man advantage. Nearly a minute gone on the too many man on the ice violation by Manhattanville. And the Valiants will go back and pick this one up and play this one out to center ice with relatively no problem. And now Sabia gets it across to Kent. Kent turned it over. Ravens back the other way. Into the zone comes Ketterman. Move around the defender, and she beats Pajaka on the glove side. And Franklin Pierce finally able to get something going offensively, getting behind the defense, and Ketterman finishing on the breakaway.
Yeah, just a few aggressive defensemen on it, trying to poke the puck away from Ketterman. Ketterman showing off some nifty stick work there, gaining around not one but two Manhattanville defensemen. And then she was able to bury it in the back of the net past Rose Pajaka. We got ourselves a 1-1 contest.
Tied game, 5 minutes gone in the second period. Franklin Pierce capitalizing on the power play. And now we'll see if the aggressive Manhattanville offense is able to create some more opportunities and retake the lead.
And big key, Valiant's got to stay out of the penalty box. We've seen that has been their Achilles heel this year. Whenever they try to get any kind of offensive momentum, it seems like they pick up a bad penalty at the wrong time, and then they're forced to play defense and can't keep up the offensive pressure.
Franklin Pierce, a bit of a jump in their step here. So they look to be re-energized here, but now Menzie trying to change things. He had that one knocked away by Prentice.
And that was a dangerous play there for Franklin Pierce. It was one-on-one, Menzie versus Prentice, advantage though Prentice on that opportunity.
A lot of holding going on in front of the net as Zoo got tied up with Penderoth. The puck comes free and now played out to center ice. Harris will go back to pick it up for Manhattanville and now find Dio, who plays it up ice to Zoo. Zoo lays it off to Sinning. Sinning shot attempt. That one goes wide. Dio to get it for Manhattanville. Dio lays it off for Sabia. Back to Dio. Down low, looking for a centering option. Nothing there so far. And Dio will just chip it along the boards. Ravens back out to center ice. Backhanded into the zone by Ketterman. And the Valiants will retreat and pick it up. Dio looking for Lougheed, not expecting the pass, and now the Ravens will take over. Lougheed fights to get the puck back, however, and now Riley takes this one up ice. Sent to the ice, and we are going to go on the man advantage here. Manhattanville to the power play with 13:15 to go in this middle period.
I was going to say, the Ravens getting pretty aggressive with some big hits on the Valiants, finally getting called for a check against Manhattanville. So Valiants will go back on the power play, see if they can retake the lead in the next 2 minutes.
Alex Brolsma back in the penalty box. One of the top offensive options. She leads the team in points, but now also tied for the lead in penalty minutes. This is going to be her 32nd penalty minute of the season.
Yeah, the two best offensive players for each squad have been in the penalty box twice. Brolsma for the Ravens and Mency been in the box twice for Manhattanville.
Giants looking to use this man advantage and go back up on top after Ketterman tied the game just a few moments ago. O'Brien at the point. Over to the freshman Lougheed. She sends this one in front. And knocked to the corner by O'Neill. Puck played back along the boards. Romano there fighting for it. She finds Stiles up top. Now O'Brien. Gives this one back to Romano. Romano tried to get it back to O'Brien off a skate, but she recollects the puck, and now Lougheed, another drive. This one goes wide.
Lougheed just trying to send that puck towards the net, hoping for one of her teammates to deflect one in. So far, no good on the first two attempts.
Giants with some fresh legs on the forward line, getting the top scoring options of Sarah Sinning, Carly Kapoor, and Nicole Mency out there. Sinning begins the rush by playing this along the boards and in to the opposite end. Kapoor fighting for it. Plays this one back along to Sinning. Now Sinning will circle back up and play it up to the point. Harris down low, Mency. Back up to Harris. Harris unable to collect the pass right off the stick and out to center ice. Now Manhattanville back into the offensive end. Harris lays this one off to Mency. Mency cross ice pass. Fires from the point. Pelowitz that shot off a body and wide. Time winding down on the man advantage. Cross ice. Kapoor, her shot saved by O'Neill.
Casey, we see the difference between the Manhattanville power play and the Franklin Pierce power play. The Ravens just electing to try to pass it along the outside looking for shooting lanes. Valiants not afraid to pass it in between the teeth of the penalty kill defense, and right there, Carly Kapoor with an excellent opportunity.
Final seconds, counting down on the penalty to Alex Brolsma. Kapoor with it behind the net, centering pass for Mency, off the mark. Back to full strength as Brolsma comes out of the box. Ravens take control, try to get it out to center ice, but Wilm gets it immediately and sends it right back in. Taken away by Michelle Holmes, and she'll enter the zone. Had that one knocked away, however, by Maeve O'Brien. Zoo fighting for the puck with Newberger. Giants come away with it. And Nicole Mency will pick up her third penalty of the day as she was fighting along the boards with Delaney Guimont. Excuse me, it looks like they're going to actually send this one against Franklin Pierce.
Both of them looks like are going to be heading to the penalty box as elbowing's called and slashing call as well. So looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey.
Unfortunately for Manhattanville, that takes Nicole Mency off the ice again. She's been in the box now for 6 minutes in this contest. But like you said, 4-on-4 hockey, some extra room to skate in this small rink at Playland.
And that's something that Nicole Mency thrives on with that athleticism and that great stick work there. But look for maybe someone like Sarah Sinning to maybe use that speed and get an open shot.
Sinning not out on the ice for this first shift, but you got to imagine with the 4-on-4, she will be out there at some point. Pass taken up ice by Dio. Off a Raven defender and now collected by Melissa Stiles. Stiles into the offensive end. Tried to throw that one on net, but off the mark. Stiles gets it once again. Centering pass in front for Dio. Knocked away by the Ravens. Now around the boards, Pella will step up and take this puck. Looking for some help. Now circles back around and gets it up top, and there is Sarah Sinning. Point blast on the way. And O'Neill with the easy save.
Yeah, no one in front of the net there to try to jar the vision of O'Neill, so she was able to rise up and grab that one out of the air.
.61 seconds remaining on the offsetting penalties. Face-off tied up, and coming away with the puck is Erin Penderoth. Penderoth circles around and now finds Brolsma. Looking at the puck out of the defensive end. Newberger takes it behind the net and now looks for help. Off the boards to Brolsma. Franklin Pierce still unable to get it out of the defensive end. Finally, Ravens able to get this one up ice. No icing as this one's going to go right to Pajaka, and Pajaka forced to cover this one up with Brolsma breathing down her neck. We'll have a face-off coming to the right side of the sophomore netminder with 24 seconds to go on the penalties to Mency and Delaney Guimont. Face-off won by the Valiants. Now skate this one around and now bank this one off the boards to Sabia. Picked up by Sinning. Sinning one-on-one opportunity. Fights off a defender, gets in off the mark as that one went just wide of the post.
There's that speed and athleticism of Sarah Sinning, gets around the defenseman, and a great opportunity for the junior.
Back the other way comes Alex Brolsma. She's been on the ice for a long shift here. And you can see some tired legs as she was unable to get by the Manhattanville defense. And back to 5-on-5 hockey as the penalties to Mency and Guimont are now complete. Franklin Pierce with the puck in the offensive end. Cross-ice centering pass, that one off the pads of Pajaka as it was sent in front for Ramo. Now Ketterman had that one knocked away. Giants will pick it up with some space, and now Dio will take this one and play it up to center ice. Ravens back the other direction. Into the zone comes Ramo. Centering pass on the way. Pajaka got just enough of that one to steer that one to the boards.
Would have been a big opportunity for the Ravens there as the Ravens skater had just an extra step on the Manhattanville defenseman, but Pajaka there able to stick it away.
Ravens picking up the forecheck here against this Manhattanville fourth forward line. Puck tied up in the corner. Now knocked away up to the point. Taken there by Matsumoto. She comes away with the puck. Shot attempt by Matsumoto. Goes wide and off the boards. Puck tied up in the corner. Finally comes loose. And off the bench and into the corner is Guimont to collect that one. Lohid tries shoveling this one up to Smith. And now Smith the outlet pass to Romano. Romano will take this one herself, trying to throw that one on net, but blocked away by Guimont. Now Machen with it. Dio will step up and play this one. Romano up to the point. Harris back the other way. Giants unable to make a line change there. This fourth line has been on the ice now for over a minute. Some tired legs out there for Manhattanville. Now they regain possession. And Romano will dump it in. And now they are able to change with the short change here in the second period.
4 new skaters on the ice as the Valiants having to hustle to get on so that Franklin Pierce didn't have any offensive breakaways.
Peters stepped up. Brolsma knocked it away at the red line. Now 2-on-1. Into the zone. Holmes, stick save by Pajaka.
Just how you defend it, 2-on-1. Defenseman takes the extra skater. Goalie takes the one with the puck.
Dangerous play in front of the net as Pajaka knocked it away, but it was loose in front. Ravens unable to get it on net. Ryan's trying to get this one back in the offensive end. But the Ravens have other thoughts, and they'll send it back into the offensive end themselves. Loose puck out in the slot. That one made its way towards the post, but just wide. And now Franklin Pierce showing some of that high-powered offensive attack as they finally seem to have things clicking here in the second period. Puck along the boards. Harris will collect that one and move up ice looking for Mency. Stick lift there at the red line. Mency was unable to get to it. And it made its way all the way into the Franklin Pierce end. And now a pass up off the boards. It's Ramo. 2-on-1, unable to connect there with Ketterman. And that rush broken up by the errant pass.
Big break there for Manhattanville's open. Ketterman versus Pajaka on that one yet again. But the pass behind Ketterman, so Valiant's able to dodge a bullet.
Now an odd man rush the other way. Stiles, that shot attempt off the blocker and wide. She collects her own rebound though, and now is pinned up in the corner.
Manhattanville offense has been quiet here in the last few minutes. Let's see if they can dial up the pressure and try to get some opportunities.
Takeaway there by the Valiants. Centering pass, a swing and a miss for Morgan Wilm on the doorstep, just unable to get a stick to that one. Now back the other way come the Ravens. Met by a gang of Valiants there, and knocked off the puck was Matsumoto. Pelowitz into the corner. Off the glass looking for Wilm. Intercepted by Prentice. Ravens keep it in the zone, but now Valiants retake possession, but a turnover. And now Valiants will look to reset as Pelowitz takes it back behind the red line. Prentice sends it back in. A couple line changes here for both teams. Now Wilm with some space. Wilm off a body over to Riley. And is sent into the offensive end. 5 new skaters on the ice. Franklin Pierce trying to make Manhattanville pay on the change. But the pass from Brolsma looking for Holmes was off the mark. Now Manhattanville 3-on-2 again. Harris over to Riley. Into the zone. Riley back to Harris off the mark on the deflection. Into the zone. Backhand attempt off a body. Riley tried to get a stick to it. But O'Neal with 2 saves there on that one.
Good job, Terrence!
Ravens try to get it out. O'Brien keeps it in. Slap shot from the point. Right to the glove of O'Neal. We'll have a stoppage here. 2:21. And Manhattanville looking to change momentum back in their favor as they have picked it up here in the offense.
Right on cue, Casey. As I said, the Manhattanville offense has been quiet for a few minutes. Now they're starting to get things going, a few offensive opportunities. See if they can get a goal back here before the end of the second period.
Puck sent in. Collected behind the red line. We just had a squirrel run above our heads here in the rafters of Playland Ice Casino. You don't see that every day. Giants into the slot here. Romano takes down a Raven as Ketterman went to the ice, and we'll have another delayed penalty as the puck is touched up in the defensive end by O'Brien. And once again, late in the period, Manhattanville will go back on the penalty kill Final minute 47 of the period, and then the first 13 seconds, if necessary, of the third.
And Casey, that's been why Manhattanville just hasn't been able to get really any big offensive opportunities here in this second period. They've been in the penalty box for the most part, and the Ravens were able to make them pay last time as they were able to find the equalizer.
Face-off won by the Ravens. Looking to set up once again, as you said, 1 for 4 on the power play today. Into the zone, down low, centering pass off the mark. Nobody home for the Ravens. Now a shot from a tough angle. And that one's gloved by Pajaka. Demont, the one firing that shot for the Ravens.
Like we said, the Ravens were able to score on the power play, but it was in unconventional ways. It was Ketterman on the breakaway. The Manhattanville defense has been strong so far on the penalty kill. Going to be called upon yet again.
Face-off easily won by Stiles, but taken over immediately by the Ravens. Centering pass to the slot, broken up. Loose puck in front, they battle for it. Pajaka pins it against the pads, and a whistle will stop play.
And now we see the Ravens at first, all they want to do is just kind of pass the puck around the outside looking for a shot attempt. Now they're starting to pass it into the center, and they've had a few quality offensive opportunities.
And Franklin Pierce right around their average today. A 20% power play unit on the year. 1 for 4 so far. And like you said, Tyson, for Manhattanville, if they would just stay out of the box, you got to imagine when a team is that efficient on the power play, if you give them enough opportunities, they're going to capitalize. And that's been the difference so far today, as we're level at 1-1 with that goal coming on the power play. Final minute to go in the middle period. Ravens looking to take a lead as they head into the locker rooms. That shot by Prentice was fought off by Pajaka. Ravens keep possession. Pass up to the boards to Holmes. Over to Prentice. Prentice fans, and nearly an opportunity for Manhattanville as Riley was just unable to collect the puck as she would have been on the breakaway. Pajaka electing to play this one and keep play going. And the Lions nearly turn it over, but now it pays off as they're able to get it out to center ice. One last rush opportunity for Franklin Pierce here in the second period. Puck cleared out to center ice. Ravens forced to retreat and send this one into the zone. And the clearance, and that will do it here for the second period. Just the one goal scored in the period coming off the stick of Marissa Ketterman. The senior for the Ravens ties things up here at 1 goal apiece. An exciting 40 minutes of action. It's sure to be an exciting final 20 minutes as we will have this one determined in the third period, if not overtime. We're tied 1-1 here inside Playland Ice Casino. We'll take a break for the second period intermission and be back with your third period action in 15 minutes. This is Manhattanville Hockey on the Go Vines TV network. 1-1 the score here after 40 minutes of action from Playland Ice Casino. Manhattanville and Franklin Pierce tied at a goal apiece as we enter the final period of play. It's sure to be an exciting one. Taking a look at your stats through 2 periods of play, Franklin Pierce fighting back in the second period after it was all Manhattanville in the opening frame. Shots were 8-8 in that period, 25-11 for the game. There are 9 penalties so far today. On the power play, it was Franklin Pierce with the only power play goal of the day, 1 of 5, and Manhattanville 0 for 3 on their power play opportunities. 24 saves for Shannon O'Neill, 10 saves for Rose Pajaka, and Franklin Pierce holds a slight advantage 15-14 in the faceoff circle. The goal scorer in the second period, Marissa Ketterman. On the assist, it was Alex Brolsma and Delaney Guimont picking up a point each, and for Ketterman, that's her 93rd career point for Franklin Pierce. Ketterman, the senior from Palmer, Alaska, 10 goals now this year, 18 points, and she leads the way with 3 shots for Franklin Pierce, 2 shots for Michelle Holmes, and 2 shots for Alex Brolsma. For Manhattanville, 4 shots for Sarah Sinning, 3 for Maeve O'Brien, 3 for Ashley Lougheed, Kat Riley, and Melissa Stiles, and 2 shots apiece for Nicole Mency and Taryn Harris. So Tyson, an exciting period of action about to come up here. We'll see if we get a winner in regulation. Looking for the decisive goal here in the final period.
Yeah, last time we were here for a broadcast, Manhattanville tied Trinity 2-2 in overtime. Obviously, you want those big 2 points in any HC play. As we mentioned, Manhattanville trying to compete with Norwich for that 2nd seed. But it's going to be a tall task as they go up against a great Franklin Pierce defense. And O'Neill, since giving up the opening goal on the first shot from Manhattanville, has been the lights out in between the pipes for the Ravens. So we'll see what head coach David Turco and company drew up to try to put Manhattanville back on top.
Lots of exciting broadcasts coming here from Playland Ice Casino as of late, and I'm sure we're going to have another exciting finish in this one. Like you said, last time the women were here in action, they tied 2-2. Trinity, the empty net extra attacker goal in the final minute to tie things up and go into overtime. And same thing last time against UMass Boston, 3-2. Manhattanville, a dominating performance, but falling to the Beacons in that one. And on the men's side, a couple exciting games as well. They've been battling in some close contests, most recently beating Nazareth 4-3 last night. So we'll see if we have an extra attacker situation, see how timeouts come into play, and all of that down the stretch here in this one, as Manhattanville goes back to full strength to begin the 3rd period.
And speaking of that men's team, they got a big ECAC West matchup against Utica tonight with first place on the line between the 2 squads.
We'll have all the coverage here from Playland Ice Casino beginning just before 7 o'clock p.m. Tyson will be bringing you the call from that one. As you said, first place on the line in the conference standings for the men. 2nd place on the line here today for the women. Lions looking to go ahead here. They get the puck in the offensive end as a minute ticks down on the clock here in the final period of play. Franklin Pierce out of their own end and now into the zone as Gilbride chips this one along and gives chase, but Pelowitz picks it up and sends it along the boards in the direction of Cassie Kent. Kept in the zone and sent out towards the slot, nobody home, and the Valiants will come back the other direction. That pass looking for Kent off the mark, and now Brolsma will pick it up in the neutral zone with some speed. Met by 2 defenders there as she crossed the blue line. Now the Valiants looking to break out themselves as they get this one off the ice to Kent. Now Wilm picks it up and takes it into the zone. Wilm waiting, tried to center that one, but it was intercepted by Brolsma. The Ravens will just send this one in towards Pajaka. Pajaka leaves that one there on the doorstep, picked up by O'Brien. Now the Valiants looking to get it out of the zone, but the Ravens picking up the forecheck here to begin the period. O'Brien with it now. Up the ice to Wilm. Wilm will send this one in, and the Valiants will head to the bench for 5 new skaters.
We've seen that a few times here tonight where Manhattanville has had an extended line shift out there, and they've had to make a 5-person line change as Valiant's back on the attack.
Sinning a shot off the glove of O'Neal. And picked up to the point now. It's Dio. Her shot deflected, and it's going to go wide. Riley up top to Harris. Harris send that one on. Sinning again, try to deflect it on net, just wide. And now Harris sends a bouncing puck towards the net, off the half boards and up to the point.
Looks like we're going to get a penalty coming up here against Franklin Pierce as they checked one of the Manhattanville skaters. I believe that was Riley that's able to draw the penalty against Franklin Pierce. Power play coming up for Manhattanville.
The freshman Kelsey Holmes laying the hit out on Riley. She will head to the penalty box, and Manhattanville will head back on the power play, where they are 0 for 3 so far today. But down the stretch, special teams units can make all the difference, and they're looking to get things going here with the extra man on the ice.
And the Vines have had some opportunities on the power play, just been unable to get anything past O'Neal. We'll see if they can get something to go here on this try.
Carried into the zone by Riley. She gives it up to Sties. Sties shot. O'Neal will stick this one over to the boards and now cleared out and down the ice. O'Brien back to reset. Probably one more rush for this first shift of the Manhattanville power play unit. Riley trying to get it out to center ice, intercepted. Now O'Brien will look to set things up as she finds Lougheed, and now back to O'Brien. Up to the red line, Sinning carries this one into the zone, now heads right, stops, waits, over to Riley. Riley with a shot from the point, stick saved by O'Neal, and the puck picked up by Sinning. Over halfway gone on the power play. Pelowitz over to Harris. Harris a shot, and that's going to be corralled by O'Neal. And I'm sure Manhattanville will not complain about that as they're finally able to get their second unit on the ice here after a minute and 21 seconds for the first shift. And here come the scorers as Kapoor and Mency will make their way on the ice. Sinning will stay out there for an extended shift. Pelowitz and Harris on the point. Face-off will be collected by the Ravens. Taken back behind the cage and now cleared. And giving chase to it and collecting the puck is Michelle Holmes momentarily before Harris knocks it away. And the Valiants will look to set up one more rush here on the man advantage. Pelowitz into the zone looking for the centering pass. Nobody able to collect that one. Now it's up to the point to Harris. Harris had that bouncing puck go right to Michelle Holmes, and Holmes clears. And that'll just about do it here for the power play. As Franklin Pierce once again successfully killing off the man advantage. 4 for 4 on the day, but now Manhattanville still looking to counter. Sinning a shot. Goes just wide along the ice.
Sinning used the defenseman as a screener on that one, shot it through her legs, but just wide of the cage.
Puck played out. Kept in right at the blue line. And now back the other way into the defensive end, where it's corralled by Dio. Giants turn it over, and a shot attempt in the slot by Ketterman. Right into the midsection of Pajaka, however, and she makes the save. As the Giants catch a break after some sloppy play on the transition.
Yeah, Dio was just looking to try to outskate the Franklin Pierce forechecker, but they were able to jar that puck loose from the senior defenseman, and then right on the doorstep of Rose Pajaka, good heads-up play coming up with the save.
Manhattanville on the face-off win, looking to push out with some speed. Romano into the zone, drops it off. Now sent along the boards. Picked up behind the net by Jen Machen. Ravens trying to get it out. Lougheed trying to make things difficult, and now collects the puck at the red line as the Valiants change directions. Michelle Holmes back the other way. Fought off nicely by O'Brien. Now Lougheed looking to collect the puck, gets it up to Smith, who finds Machen. Machen unable to control it, however, as it goes back to Lougheed. And a line change, and now Franklin Pierce with some men off the ice. Romano looking to capitalize. Centering pass to Wilm. Couple opportunities, but a big kick save there by O'Neill, and we remain tied.
Wilm couldn't handle the initial pass from Romano, was able to stick with it, get a pretty good shot opportunity, but once again, O'Neill comes up with yet another big save.
Despite having the short change for the defenders here in the third period, the Ravens were caught off guard there, and Manhattanville nearly capitalized. But like you said, O'Neill with another big save. Now 29 in a row after giving up that first goal. Styes and Wilm into the zone a little too early on that one. Manhattanville called for the offsides. 13:03 remaining. Still looking for a decisive goal in this one.
And Casey, looking at the stats, you didn't know how this game was going to go. You had two high-powered offenses going up against two solid defenses, and so far it's the defense that stood tall here tonight for both squads.
Dio races back to collect that one. And now the senior backhands this one up ice for Sinning. Deflected into the zone and now taken away. Little crisscross pattern as that one's sent in by Sabia. Back to play, this one's Newberger. Cross ice and now out of the zone come the Ravens. Harris back to play it, whips it back the opposite direction to Dio, turned over. Ravens in the offensive end, unable to get the centering pass to the slot. And Manhattanville back the other direction. Lions send this one into the opposite corner. And we'll get 4 new legs on the ice. Ravens enter the zone. Centering pass fought off by Pajaka. Now Vines battling in the far corner. Ravens come away with the puck. It's Ketterman on the boards, getting it back to a teammate. And now up to the point. Flynn trying to keep it in the zone, but Manhattanville battles and gets rid out to the center ice. Mency in the zone with Kapoor on the wing. Once again, Mency knocked off the puck this time. Kaylee Trujillo with the big defensive play there for the Ravens.
Ravens showing why they are one of the best defenses in the country, as they've been able to stop Mency for the most part tonight. It looks like we're going to have another power play coming up for the Valiants.
Once again, that fancy stick work by Mency coming up big for Manhattanville as she got around Alicia Ramo. And all she could do was stick her stick out and try to knock the puck away. But unfortunately, that poke check found skates. And she heads to the box in Manhattanville. Back on the power play once again, still looking for that first power play goal.
And Vines now going to switch up. They're going to have their top offensive line out there first to start off the power play.
Face off one back to the point. Vines will set up here early on in the power play. Peters gets it over to Mency. Back up to Peters. And it's taken away by Brolsma. She plays it off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Peters lets this one just slide into the offensive end and gives chase, but knocked away. And Harris will back to get it. Brolsma poke check, takes it away. One-on-one opportunity, fighting back quickly was Sinning, and it's going to be a penalty against Sarah Sinning. It looked like an extremely clean play, but the arm of the official in the far corner was raised. And that's an unfortunate call for Manhattanville, as that takes away the power play.
Don't know about that one there, Casey. Sinning looked like came in clean, got the puck first, and then got Brolsma second. The referee's seeing something different than what we saw. So we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 23, and then the Ravens will be on the abbreviated power play.
The call was for hooking. It looked like Sinning had her entire body in front of Brolsma on the breakaway, so I'm not really sure where they saw the hook come into play. But either way, 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 7 seconds. And then a very abbreviated power play for the Ravens. And once again, unfortunately for Manhattanville, Sinning was the guilty party for this 4-on-4 play, so one of their fastest skaters, as we've said a few times today, off the ice for the opportunity as the bouncing puck and diving out to collect that one was O'Neal. And we'll have a stoppage here just about the midway point of the final period.
That was a very risky play there by O'Neal, well outside the net. If Vines can get that puck anywhere near the cage, they definitely have a wide open net and potentially what could be a game-winning goal.
Couple fresh skaters on the ice, including Nicole Mency for Manhattanville. Ravens with the line change as well. Puck taken away by Mency. She keeps it in the zone. Back to Mency in the slot. Stick to move around a defender. And the shot fought off once again by O'Neal.
Nice pass there by Kaylee Romano to get it back to Nicole Mency. Mency once again on the doorstep. Keep giving her chances like this. She's eventually going to put one in.
Bralsma, second chance opportunity. The backhand attempt went right into the midsection of Pajaka. And we'll have a stoppage as Franklin Pierce is just about set to go on the power play. Face-off won by Manhattanville. Knives looking to just control this one for as long as they can and get a clearance. Harris pokes it along. Kent shovels it past the defender and she'll give chase to it. Trying to avoid the icing, and she does. Ravens back to full strength, and they'll head to the power play. Only time for maybe one or two rushes as Dio with a big poke check there at the blue line, and she'll send this one back in the opposite way. Time for one more rush on the man advantage for Franklin Pierce. Carried along the boards and in the zone by Prentice, but again, met immediately by the Valiant defense and Peters with the clearance, and that'll do it. And although a short one, another penalty kill for this Valiant defense.
Great job there by Dio and Peters on that last one as they were able to stand tall at the blue line and just jar the puck away and then clear it. No offensive opportunities for the Ravens on that abbreviated power play.
Puck out to center ice. Turned over, now into the zone come the Valiant. Shot from the slot, that one goes just high off the stick of Wilm. Riley cross ice looking for Peters. She picks it up, throws it on net, but blocked away by Trujillo. Back up top to the junior. Fanned on that shot attempt, but knocks it away and keeps it in the zone. Sending a shot deflected wide by Riley. Now banked off the glass and out of the zone, and out giving chase to it is Ramo. Knocks this one past Pelowitz, and out of her crease to play that one was Pajaka to avoid danger. Now Vines with an opportunity if they can get it to Sinning, but it's intercepted by Guimont. As she had a step on the defense there, she would have been in all alone. But Delaney Guimont breaking it up, and it's been a couple big defensive plays by both teams that have kept this one scoreless here. Ravens now take it behind the net. Banked off the glass out to center ice. Ravens now into the zone. That shot attempt goes wide. Kapoor there to pick it up. Savia trying to get it back to Kapoor. Carried into the zone, however, by Flynn. Into the slot, that backhand attempt by Gilbride goes wide. Picked up by Holmes. Holmes sent it around. And now taken away by Brolsma. Brolsma centering pass off a skate, taken by Mency. Mency looking to take on two defenders herself. Into the zone. Between the legs, backhand attempt. That one off the pads and wide. Centering pass knocked away. Now Wilm in the slot. She shoots off a body and blocked. And finally it will trickle to O'Neal, and she'll cover up.
Casey, I don't know if I've ever seen a skater that you got two defensemen against them and you give the advantage to the person with the puck. Nicole Mency was looking to go backhand, just ran out of room as it was a tough angled shot. But you got to give credit to the sophomore. She was able to make something out of nothing on that one.
Yeah, created an opportunity and got her own rebound and tried to get it out in front for a teammate joining the rush, but once again, defense coming up big and really cutting off all the opportunities for Manhattanville. Trying to keep it in the offensive end. Trying to send that one out in front to Kent, but it was knocked away by a Raven defender. And now Franklin Pierce gets it out to center ice where it's chipped back in by Cassie Kent. Kent again collects it off the boards. Tried to get it past the Franklin Pierce defender, and it was intercepted by Ketterman, and then Ketterman took a tumble as Kent tried to get the puck back. And Kent will head to the box for tripping. And so with 5:45 to go, the Valiant defense will be tested once again. A huge penalty kill opportunity coming up.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout taken by the Ravens here. They're going to try to draw something up. As we mentioned, the penalty kill has been spectacular for Manhattanville today. The one power play goal, kind of unconventional, as Kerriman was able to beat two Manhattanville defensemen on a breakaway and score the goal. So we'll see if the Vines can yet again stand tall, and by the time they kill off this penalty, they'll be just a little under 4 minutes to go, or excuse me, under 3 minutes to go in the contest. 4, excuse me. I'm not good at math, Casey. You should know this by now.
That's right. That's why we're in the sports communications business and not mathematicians. 5:45 to play. Timeout taken by David Stockdale. As we mentioned, he's looking for his 75th win as head coach of the Ravens. Looking to draw something up for this high-powered offense here, taking a go-ahead goal here on the power play. And despite Franklin Pierce fighting back here in these last two periods, the Valiants still doubling up the Ravens in the shot category, 32-16 in shots on goal today. And we'll see how this offense is able to respond out of the timeout. Like you said, they did score on the power play. It was on a breakaway. But outside of that, the Valiant penalty kill unit has done an outstanding job today of really limiting even shot attempts, as that one's going to be blocked away on the shot attempt by Haley Craig. And now the Valiants with a 2-on-0 opportunity on the break. Pelowitz into the zone. Her shot misses everything, but the rebound goes out to Riley, and she shoots and scores. A shorthanded goal, a 3-on-0 opportunity for Manhattanville. And the sophomore Cat Riley puts them on top here, 2-1.
Great job there as the Valiants were able to turn great defense into an offensive opportunity. Pelowitz coming away with the blocked breakaway opportunity. She missed the shot, able to stick with it, gets it back to Riley. Riley buries it in the back of the net. Valiants up by 1 again.
A huge break for Manhattanville as that changes the game plan for everybody. Now looking to just kill off the penalty with whatever means necessary and hold on here for these final 5 minutes and 15 seconds of action. It looked like it was an opportunity by the wayside as Pelowitz, as we said, missed everything on the breakaway. But then the rebound went right back to her, and she was able to find Riley as the Ravens now looking to respond. That shot chipped right to Pajaka, as Gilbride wasn't able to get much on that one.
Few opportunities there for the Ravens, but Pajaka able to guard that far post and keep that puck out of the back of the net. In case we mentioned how potent this Manhattanville offense is, they can score at any time, and once again, another shorthanded goal for the Valiants.
They've done it so many times this year, shorthanded, doing it once again today, and it could be one of the biggest shorthanded goals of the year, as that one's going to go off of a stick in front of the crease and into the protective netting. 1 minute to go on the man advantage, and keep an eye out for Marissa Ketterman as she makes her way onto the ice. As we said, second all-time in points at Franklin Pierce, the lone goal scorer today for the Ravens. She'll be out here for this final shift of the man advantage. Battle for the puck going on in the corner. Now it comes out to the point to Prentice. Now down low to Ketterman, centering pass off of Riley, and now a shot attempt from the point, again off of Riley. And Pajaka able to cover up enough for the stoppage.
And that's the MO of the Manhattanville defense, and especially on the penalty kill. Get in front of shots, get them blocked, don't even let that puck get anywhere near your goalie.
37 seconds to go on the Cassie Kent penalty. Prentice finds her lines mate in the right faceoff circle. Back to Prentice. Down low. Centering pass goes through the slot and picked up by Guimont. Another centering pass off of Harris. Harris collects it and now wheels behind the net and now sends it off the boards, but it's right there to Guimont. Prentice throws that one in front. Pajaka pad save and covers up with Ketterman breathing down on her. Just 9 seconds remaining on the power play. Big face-off coming up to the left of Rose Pajaka. It's won by the Ravens. Cross-ice pass. Centering pass now goes through the slot. Guimont again to collect it. Valiant's back to full strength. Puck in the middle of the ice now. Picked up and sent along by Holmes. Right to Pajaka, and she covers up once again.
Ravens finally getting some shots on net here, especially on that power play, but Rose Pajaka standing tall. Valiant's looking to hold on. They're up by 1 with 3:36 to go here in the contest.
5 shots for the Ravens in the last 2+ minutes here. As we said, trying to put some pressure on. And once again, it's won by the Ravens. That pass goes through everybody and off the boards. Pelowitz back to get it. Backhanded and chipped up to Sinning. Sinning tried to play it off the boards and took a weird bounce right back into the Manhattanville end. Coming away with it was Newberger. She'll play this one up ice into the offensive end where it's gloved by Riley. Trying to get it out of the zone, but Kelsey Holmes keeps it in. So once again, we said it at the beginning of the period. We'll now keep an eye on Shannon O'Neill in these next 60 seconds. See if David Stockdale brings her to the bench with some extended time as they get the extra man on the ice to try to level the scoring here. 2:43 to play.
And Casey Stockdale took his only timeout to try to set up that power play, and it ended up going against him as the Valiants were able to score on the shorthanded penalty kill. So we'll see what Franklin Pierce can do without the timeout.
And more importantly, David Turco still has his timeout available for Manhattanville, so a clear from the defensive end may not be costly. If they're able to take an icing call to chew up some clock, they'll be able to get some new skaters on the ice. Coming away with that puck is Riley. She'll take it out to the neutral zone herself. Now across the blue line. She's got Harris joining her off of Guimont and picked up by the Ravens. Played out of the zone and up to Gilbride. Taken away by Mency. 2-on-1 coming up. Mency into the zone. Mency once again had it knocked away. Puck played into the zone. O'Brien will bank it off the glass and out to center ice. O'Neill still in the crease. Now here she comes to the bench. O'Neill to the bench. Extra attacker on the ice. Valiants with an open net trying to get it to Romano. Just out of reach of the senior there, and back the other way comes Ketterman.
Yeah, big play there as Ketterman came off the bench and the puck went right to her, so she was able to keep Romano from getting a breakaway opportunity.
Now Mency will collect it. Mency at the red line. She shoots off the post. Trying to put an end to this one, but off the post. And now 60 seconds to play. The Valiants needed an empty net goal last night to come away with the victory. We'll see if they're able to get another one here and seal things in this one. Prentice carries it around and now plays it out to center ice. Stiles plays it back to Pelowitz. Pelowitz turns it over. Ravens into the offensive end, but unable to get a shot off was Ketterman as the Valiants recovered nicely and knocked the puck away. 25 seconds to play. Puck taken away by the Valiants. Now played up towards the blue line and out to center ice. Time winding down. Ravens dump it in, and Pajaka covers it up, and instead of playing it off and trying to get a clearance, he elects to keep it covered, and we'll have one big face-off coming up with 12 seconds.
They're going to send the big guns out on the ice for the Ravens here in this big face-off. 12 seconds to go.
Stiles to take it. It's won by the Valiants. Dio takes it behind the net, looking to kill off time. One last chance for the Ravens. Out in front, loose puck, knocked away, and Manhattanville holds on, and second place still belongs to the Valiants.
Huge win for Manhattanville as they're able to defeat Franklin Pierce, one of the top teams in the conference, and Manhattanville getting some momentum here before the end of the year.
Taking a quick look at the scoreboard in other action, first place Norwich leads the University of New England 1-0. Just about 5 minutes gone in the second period up in New England. We'll keep an eye on that matchup and give you the results from there as we'll see if Manhattanville will be in second or first place at the end of the day. But either way, it's a much needed 2 points as they knock off Franklin Pierce and now have 18 points in conference play, 4 straight wins against any HD opponents for Manhattanville. Taking a quick look at the final stats here from this one. It was 33-21 in favor of Manhattanville in the shots on goal category. Giants unable to capitalize on the power play, but they didn't need to, as it was the shorthanded goal that was the difference maker in this one. Kat Riley, the game winner. For Riley, it was her 6th goal of the year. And it gives Manhattanville the win here against Franklin Pierce and gives them still sole possession of second place in the postseason seedings. That'll wrap things up here from Game 1 of our men's-women's doubleheader here from Playland Ice Casino. Manhattanville victorious 2-1 over Franklin Pierce. We'll be back with your men's hockey matchup, another huge contest coming up this evening as the Valiants battle for first place against Utica. Face-off scheduled for 7 o'clock p.m. Tyson Agler once again bringing you the call on that one. So that'll do it here from Playland. Manhattanville 2-1 the final. We thank you for watching. Join us again at 7 o'clock for our second half of our doubleheader.